Have you ever wondered, when you gaze out at the vast, seemingly empty expanses of our planet, beneath the crushing weight of the Antarctic ice, under the murky, swirling waters of the Amazon, or deep in the shadowed heart of the rainforest, what's looking back at you? We live on a planet teeming with life, much of it unseen, unheard, and unknown. In the quiet corners of the world, life continues its relentless ancient dance of survival, evolution shaping creatures of unimaginable power and breathtaking ferocity. These are not creatures of myth, but of flesh and blood, honed by millennia into perfect predators. From the sweltering mangrove swamps of Indonesia to the frozen coastlines of Alaska, dozens of real monsters still exist, evolving in silence and in some cases, turning their formidable abilities towards the most unlikely of prey humans. They are the apex predators, the silent stalkers, the living embodiments of nature's raw, untamed power. Their existence is a stark reminder that we are not the sole masters of this world. We are merely participants in a much older, much grander story. To encounter one is to come face to face with the very essence of wildness, a force that both terrifies and fascinates in equal measure. So, which one is the most dangerous creature still walking the earth? We will journey across the globe, from the deepest oceans to the highest mountains, to count down the 15 most formidable animals alive today. Each one is a master of its domain, a true monster in its own right, a testament to the brutal beauty of the natural world. But be warned, as we get closer to the top of our list, the line between reality and nightmare begins to blur. Stay until the end, because number one has never been fully seen, yet somehow everyone knows it's real. We begin our journey in the Sundarbans, a vast, tangled labyrinth of mangrove forests where the land and water are one. Here, in this tidal, ever-shifting world, lives a creature of breathtaking beauty and terrifying power, the Bengal tiger. With a coat of fire and shadow, it moves through the dense undergrowth with a silence that belies its immense size. Every muscle in its body is a coiled spring, ready to unleash an explosion of force. It is the undisputed sovereign of this domain, a ghost in the trees, a phantom that stalks the waterways. What makes the tigers of the Sundarbans particularly formidable is their unique adaptation to this semi-aquatic environment. They are powerful swimmers, capable of crossing wide, treacherous rivers in pursuit of prey, their striped coats providing perfect camouflage amongst the rippling reflections of the mangrove roots. They hunt deer, wild boar, and anything else unfortunate enough to cross their path. This is a place where the line between predator and prey is drawn with brutal clarity, and the tiger is the ultimate arbiter of life and death. Its presence a constant, palpable threat that hangs in the humid air. For the people who share this forest, life is a delicate, nerve-wracking balance. They fish in the same waters and walk the same muddy paths, always aware that they are being watched by unseen amber eyes. The tiger here is not just an animal, it is a spirit of the forest, a creature that walks between worlds. This eerie coexistence, a dance of mutual respect and primal fear, makes the Bengal tiger not just a predator, but a true monster of the mangroves, a symbol of nature's untamable and often deadly majesty. We now descend from the sunlit world into the crushing, eternal darkness of the deep ocean. Down here, thousands of feet below the surface, in a realm of immense pressure and absolute cold, lurks a true monster of the abyss. It is a creature so rarely seen that for centuries it was dismissed as a sailor's fable, a myth born of fear and the unknown. This is the domain of the colossal squid. Far larger and heavier than its more famous cousin, the giant squid, it is a behemoth of the deep, a living embodiment of our deepest oceanic fears. Encounters with this leviathan are exceptionally rare, limited mostly to remains found in the stomachs of its only known predator, the sperm whale, or the occasional specimen washed ashore. These tantalizing glimpses reveal a creature of nightmarish proportions. It possesses the largest eyes of any animal on Earth, the size of dinner plates, designed to capture the faintest glimmers of bioluminescence in the pitch-black depths. Its tentacles are armed not just with suckers, but with sharp, swiveling hooks capable of tearing and gripping with terrifying efficiency. It is a hunter, built for a world we can barely imagine. The legends speak of epic battles fought in the abyssal zone, titanic struggles between sperm whale and colossal squid, their bodies scarred from an eternity of conflict. What must it be like to encounter such a creature in its element? A silent, ghostly form emerging from the blackness, its huge, intelligent eyes fixing upon you, its hooked arms reaching out. The colossal squid remains one of the planet's greatest enigmas, a true monster whose full size, power, and behavior are still a matter of scientific speculation and deep, primal dread. In the cold, nutrient-rich waters of the North Pacific, another master of disguise and intelligence holds dominion. It is a creature without a single bone in its body, a being of pure muscle and mind, capable of solving complex problems and expressing what appears to be curiosity. The giant Pacific octopus is not a monster of brute force, but of cunning and silent, calculated precision. It can change its color and texture in the blink of an eye, melting into the seafloor, becoming just another rock or clump of seaweed. Completely invisible to its prey and its predators, this remarkable ability for camouflage is coupled with an extraordinary sensory system. Its 8 arms, each lined with thousands of chemoreceptors, can taste and smell the water, allowing it to hunt with an awareness that is almost alien. An arm can snake into a tiny crevice, its suckers exploring every surface, while the octopus's central brain and the smaller, semi-independent brains in each arm process a torrent of information. It is a distributed intelligence, a decentralized hunter that thinks with its entire body, a creature that can be in 8 places at once. When it strikes, it is with sudden, silent violence. It envelops its prey, crabs, clams, even small sharks, in a suffocating embrace, its powerful parrot-like beak piercing shell and flesh with ease. To be hunted by a giant Pacific octopus is to be stalked by a ghost, an intelligent, shape-shifting predator that sees, tastes, and feels you long before you ever know it is there. Its combination of brain and brawn, its otherworldly adaptability, makes it one of the most sophisticated and unnerving hunters in the ocean. They are known as the wolves of the sea, but even that title fails to capture the sheer dominance they command. The orca, or killer whale, is the ocean's undisputed apex predator. It fears nothing. With its striking black and white form, it patrols every ocean on Earth, from the frigid poles to the warm equator. But it's not just their size and power that make them so formidable, it's their staggering intelligence and complex social structures. Orcas hunt with a level of cooperation and strategic planning that rivals any animal on the planet. Different pods have developed their own unique cultures, their own dialects, and their own highly specialized hunting techniques, passed down through generations. Some have learned to create waves to wash seals from ice floes. Others will herd herring into tight bait balls before stunning them with powerful tail slaps. Most terrifyingly of all, some pods have perfected the art of hunting the ocean's other great predator, the great white shark. They work as a team, using their intelligence to exploit the shark's weaknesses, flipping it over to induce tonic immobility before consuming its nutrient-rich liver. To witness an orca hunt is to see a mind at work. It is a chilling display of power, intellect, and ruthless efficiency. Their calls, echoing through the vast blue expanse, are not just sounds. They are a language of coordination, a strategy session for the hunt to come. They are a constant, haunting presence in the ocean, a reminder that in the deep, intelligence is the ultimate weapon. An encounter with a pod of orcas is an encounter with a superior power, a collective consciousness that rules the waves. From the depths of the ocean, we now soar to the vast, windswept steppes and mountains of the Northern Hemisphere. Here, riding the thermal currents with magnificent grace, is a true monster of the skies, the golden eagle. This is not merely a bird of prey, it is an airborne apex predator, a feathered bolt of lightning capable of astonishing feats of power and precision. With a wingspan that can exceed 7 feet, it commands the sky, its territory stretching for miles in every direction. Its eyes, 8 times more powerful than our own, can spot a rabbit from 2 miles away. In places like Mongolia, the relationship between humans and these eagles has evolved into a remarkable partnership. For centuries, Kazakh hunters have trained these powerful birds to hunt not just rabbits and foxes, but wolves. Imagine the strength required, the sheer ferocity, for a bird to launch itself from a hunter's arm, climb high into the sky, and then plummet downwards to attack a predator as formidable as a wolf. The eagle strikes with its talons, bone-crushing weapons that exert hundreds of pounds of pressure per square inch, a grip from which there is no escape. The moment of the attack is a breathtaking spectacle of controlled violence. The eagle dives at speeds approaching 200 miles per hour, its body a streamlined projectile of muscle and feathers. The impact is devastating. It is a testament to the eagle's role as a supreme hunter, a master of an aerial assault. It is a living symbol of wild, untamed power, a creature that embodies the savage beauty of the high mountains and the endless sky. The golden eagle is proof that monsters need not lurk in the darkness. Sometimes they reign in the brilliant light of day. We return now to the water's edge, to the murky estuaries and coastal rivers of Southeast Asia and Northern Australia. Here, a creature from a bygone era waits with infinite patience. The saltwater crocodile is a living dinosaur, a relic from a time when giant reptiles ruled the earth. It is the largest living reptile on the planet, a perfectly evolved killing machine that has remained virtually unchanged for millions of years. It is a creature of immense size and terrifying primal power, an ancient monster lurking just beneath the surface. Its strategy is one of stealth and ambush. It can lie motionless for hours, looking like nothing more than a floating log, its eyes and nostrils the only parts of its body visible above the water. It watches, it waits, its cold-blooded metabolism allowing it to go for months without a meal. But when an unsuspecting animal, a water buffalo, a wild boar, even a shark, ventures too close to the water's edge, the ancient predator explodes into action. In a blur of speed and spray, it lunges from the water, its massive jaws clamping down with a force of nearly 4,000 pounds per square inch. Once it has its victim, the true horror begins. The crocodile drags its prey into the water, initiating its infamous death roll. It spins its powerful body with incredible force, disorienting, drowning, and tearing its victim apart. It is a display of raw, brutal, and terrifyingly effective power. The saltwater crocodile is not simply a hunter, it is an executioner. It is a direct link to the prehistoric past, a chilling reminder that in some parts of the world, the age of monsters never truly ended. Our journey now takes us to the desolate, frozen wilderness of the Arctic, one of the most inhospitable environments on Earth. Here, in a world of ice and snow, reigns the planet's largest land carnivore, the polar bear. This is a monster born of the cold, a magnificent and powerful predator perfectly adapted to its frozen kingdom. Its thick blubber and dense water-repellent coat protect it from the brutal sub-zero temperatures. Its massive paws, covered in rough pads and non-retractable claws, give it superb traction on the ice. The polar bear is a master of stealth and patience. It can track a seal from nearly 20 miles away, using its incredible sense of smell. It will wait for hours, motionless, by a breathing hole in the ice, a white phantom against a white background. When a seal surfaces for air, the bear strikes with astonishing speed and lethal precision, using its immense strength to drag the heavy animal out onto the ice. It is a solitary hunter, a silent wanderer in a vast, empty landscape, driven by relentless hunger. But the story of this great white bear is also one of tragedy. The monster is now the victim. As the climate changes and the sea ice melts, the polar bear's hunting grounds are disappearing from beneath its feet. This powerful predator, which has dominated the Arctic for millennia, now faces an existential threat from a force it cannot fight, a warming world. The struggle of the polar bear is a poignant and powerful reminder that even the mightiest of Earth's monsters are vulnerable in the face of global change. On a handful of small volcanic islands in Indonesia, a true dragon still walks the earth. The Komodo dragon is the world's largest lizard, a formidable predator that seems to have crawled directly out of myth. Growing up to 10 feet long and weighing over 150 pounds, it dominates its island ecosystem. Its skin is like a suit of armor, reinforced with tiny bones called osteoderms. It walks with a slow, swaggering gait, its forked yellow tongue constantly flicking, tasting the air for the scent of carrion or, more terrifyingly, live prey. For a long time it was believed that the Komodo dragon killed with a mouth full of septic bacteria, its bite leading to a slow, agonizing death from infection. But the truth is something far more sinister and sophisticated. The dragon possesses venom glands. When it bites, it injects a complex cocktail of toxins that induce shock, prevent blood from clotting, and rapidly lower blood pressure. A bitten animal, even one as large as a water buffalo, will weaken and bleed out, unable to escape. The dragon then follows its victim with relentless patience, its keen sense of smell guiding it for miles. It can afford to wait. Once the prey collapses, the dragons will gather, tearing at the carcass with their serrated, shark-like teeth, swallowing huge chunks of meat, bones, and all. This combination of venom, patience, and brute force makes the Komodo dragon a uniquely terrifying predator. It is a living legend, a creature that holds a mythic status among the local people who share its island home, and a true monster from the ancient world. We venture now into the sun-baked, cracked earth of central East Australia, a land of extreme heat and harsh conditions. It is here, in this remote and desolate landscape, that we find a creature whose monstrous nature is not in its size, but in its chemistry. The inland taipan is, by a significant margin, the most venomous snake on the planet. A single bite contains enough toxin to kill 100 adult men, or 250,000 mice. Its venom is a neurotoxin of terrifying potency, designed to shut down the nervous system of its warm-blooded prey with shocking speed. Fortunately for humans, the inland taipan is a reclusive and shy creature. It lives in one of the most sparsely populated regions on Earth, and encounters are exceptionally rare. It prefers to flee rather than fight. But this placid temperament does little to diminish the sheer lethal potential it carries within its body. Its venom is a specialized weapon, evolved to quickly dispatch the small mammals it preys upon in this harsh environment, ensuring they don't have a chance to escape or fight back. For the indigenous people who have lived in this land for millennia, the taipan is a creature of immense respect and fear. They know its power. They know to give it a wide berth. The snake's very existence is a stark illustration of how nature can concentrate its deadliest force into a small, unassuming package. It is a silent, slithering vessel of death, a monster whose power lies not in tooth or claw, but in a single perfectly crafted drop of venom. Deep within the humid rainforests on the Pacific coast of Colombia, a flash of brilliant color darts across the forest floor. It is beautiful, jewel-like, and, honestly, no bigger than a paperclip. But this tiny amphibian, the golden poison frog, is arguably the most poisonous animal on Earth. Its monstrousness is almost paradoxical. It's a creature whose lethality is completely disconnected from its size or aggression. It doesn't need to bite or sting. Its entire body is a weapon. The frog's skin is coated in a powerful alkaloid toxin, batrachotoxin, which it sequesters from the insects it eats. This toxin is so potent that a single frog, weighing less than an ounce, carries enough poison to kill 10 grown men. The poison prevents nerves from transmitting impulses, leading to muscle and respiratory paralysis, and ultimately, heart failure. Simply touching the frog can be enough to transfer a lethal dose, making it a creature that kills by contact alone. The indigenous Embera people of Colombia have for centuries carefully collected this poison for use on their blowgun darts. They gently brush the tips of the darts across the frog's back, never harming the animal, but harvesting enough of its deadly secret to turn a tiny projectile into a lethal hunting tool. The golden poison frog is a living testament to the strange and wonderful ways that life weaponizes itself. It is a beautiful, silent, and utterly deadly monster of the rainforest floor. Our next monster is also small, but its impact is anything but. In the rainforests of Central and South America, a large black ant forages on the forest floor. It is the bullet ant, and it is infamous for one thing, possessing the most painful sting of any insect in the world. On the Schmidt Sting Pain Index, a scale that rates the pain of insect stings, the bullet ant scores a 4.0 plus, a category all its own. The pain is described as pure, intense, brilliant, and like walking over flaming charcoal with a 3-inch nail embedded in your heel. The agony is not brief. The throbbing, all-consuming pain can last for up to 24 hours, radiating from the sting site in waves of torment. This excruciating defense mechanism is delivered by a formidable stinger that injects a potent neurotoxin called ponerotoxin. The toxin targets the central nervous system, causing extreme pain and temporary paralysis around the wound. A single ant is a nightmare, but they are social insects, and an attack from a disturbed colony is an experience beyond comprehension. For the Satare Mawe people of Brazil, this agonizing sting is the centerpiece of a warrior initiation ritual. Young men must endure being stung repeatedly by dozens of ants woven into a pair of leafy gloves. They must wear these gloves for 10 minutes, a trial of unimaginable pain they must repeat 20 times to be considered a man. The bullet ant is more than just an insect. It is a living instrument of torture, a tiny monster that delivers a pain so profound it has become the stuff of legend and ritual. We now turn to a creature that, honestly, most of us have encountered. It is small, fragile, and has a lifespan of only a few weeks. It seems utterly insignificant. And yet, the mosquito is, without question, the deadliest animal in the world for humans. This is not a monster of myth or the deep sea. It is a monster that visits us in our homes, in our backyards, as we sleep. Its monstrosity lies not in its own strength, but in the microscopic killers it carries within its tiny body. The female mosquito requires a blood meal to produce her eggs. When she pierces our skin with her delicate proboscis, she can transmit a host of devastating diseases: malaria, dengue fever, Zika, West Nile virus, yellow fever. For millennia, these pathogens have waged war on humanity, and the mosquito has been their most effective vector. It is a biological hypodermic needle, a flying assassin that has been responsible for more human deaths than all the wars in history combined. Every year, hundreds of thousands of people, mostly children, die from malaria alone. Hundreds of millions more are made sick. The mosquito's hum, that high-pitched whine that so often precedes a bite, is perhaps the most dangerous sound in the natural world. It is the sound of a creature that has shaped human history, determined the fate of empires, and continues to be our single greatest foe in the animal kingdom. Its sheer global and relentless impact makes it a monster of truly epic proportions. We journey to the rivers and freshwater lakes of Africa, the territory of a predator that has haunted the human imagination for thousands of years. The Nile crocodile is an apex predator of immense size and aggression. While its saltwater cousin is larger, The Nile crocodile is responsible for far more attacks on humans, its territory overlapping with densely populated areas where people rely on the river for their daily existence. It is a creature woven into the fabric of life and death along Africa's great waterways. Like all crocodilians, it is a patient ambush predator. It can wait for days, perfectly still, for the right moment to strike. Its attack is a terrifying explosion of primal fury. It will take down prey as large and formidable as wildebeest, zebra, and Cape buffalo during their perilous river crossings. Its jaws, though not as powerful as the saltwater crocodiles, are more than capable of crushing bone and holding on with an inescapable grip, dragging its struggling victim beneath the water to a certain death. The Nile crocodile was an animal of great importance in ancient Egypt, both feared as a monster and revered as a god, Sobek. This duality captures the essence of our relationship with this creature. It is a symbol of the river's life-giving power and its capacity for sudden, brutal death. For the millions of people who live alongside it today, that duality remains. The river provides, but the river also contains a monster, an ancient, powerful predator that sees anything at the water's edge as a potential meal. We return one last time to the ocean to meet the predator that has become the worldwide symbol of oceanic terror. The great white shark. It is a masterpiece of evolution, a creature honed over millions of years into the perfect marine killing machine. It is a monster not of the abyss but of the sunlit upper layers of the ocean, a hunter of immense power, speed, and breathtaking efficiency. Its torpedo-shaped body can propel it through the water at incredible speeds, allowing it to ambush its prey from below. Its primary prey are seals and sea lions, animals that are themselves fast and agile. To catch them, the great white has perfected the art of the vertical attack. It will patrol deep below, a dark shadow against the dark sea floor, looking up at the silhouette of a seal on the surface. Then, with an explosive burst of speed, it rockets upwards, hitting its prey with such force that its entire body can launch clear out of the water. It is one of the most spectacular predatory events in the natural world. The great white possesses an array of senses that make it an unparalleled hunter. It can detect the faint electrical fields generated by living animals, and it can smell a single drop of blood in 25 gallons of water. Its mouth is armed with rows of serrated, razor-sharp teeth that are constantly replaced. While attacks on humans are rare and usually a case of mistaken identity, its reputation as the ocean's most feared predator is well earned. It is the embodiment of raw, untamable power, a true monster of the sea. We have arrived at number 1. This monster is not the largest, nor the strongest, nor the most intelligent. It is, in fact, almost not there at all. In the warm coastal waters of northern Australia and Southeast Asia floats a creature that is translucent, ghostly, and almost invisible: the box jellyfish. It is a monster that you will almost certainly never see coming. And it is perhaps the most dangerous creature on Earth for one simple reason. Its venom is the most rapidly acting and excruciatingly painful in the entire animal kingdom. It is not a single organism, but a collection of specialized parts. Its bell, shaped like a box, propels it through the water with surprising speed. Trailing behind it are up to 15 tentacles, some stretching to 10 feet long, each one covered in millions of microscopic stinging cells called cnidocytes. These are like tiny, venom-filled harpoons, triggered by the slightest touch. When a human brushes against these near-invisible tentacles, thousands of these cells fire at once, injecting venom directly into the skin. The effect is instantaneous and catastrophic. The venom attacks the skin, the nerves, and the heart all at the same time. The pain is so overwhelming that many victims go into shock and drown before they can even make it back to shore. Those who survive are left with horrific scars, a permanent reminder of their encounter. Number 1 has never been fully seen by its victims before it strikes. Yet everyone in these waters knows it's real. It is a phantom, a gelatinous ghost, a silent and almost invisible executioner, making it our most terrifying real monster. Our journey has taken us to the darkest corners of the natural world, from the deepest oceans to the highest skies. We have witnessed creatures of immense power, astonishing intelligence, and lethal design. From the ancient fury of the crocodile to the microscopic assassins carried by the mosquito. These are the real monsters that share our planet. They are not evil. They are simply perfect products of their environment, masters of survival in a world that is often brutal and unforgiving. And as we saw with our number one, the box jellyfish, the most terrifying monster is the one you can't see. Number one has never been fully seen by its victims, yet everyone knows it's real. These creatures hold a mirror up to our own fears and vulnerabilities. They remind us that for all our technology and dominance, we are still part of the natural order, subject to its ancient laws. They command our respect, our awe, and our healthy fear. Their existence enriches our world, making it a more mysterious, more dangerous, and ultimately a more wondrous place. They are the guardians of the wild, the living embodiment of a power far older and greater than our own. So, as we conclude our countdown, we are left with a question: which of these monsters do you fear most? Is it the intelligent wrath of the orca, the venomous touch of the poison frog, or the silent, unseen threat of the box jellyfish? Each one represents a different kind of terror, a different kind of perfection in the art of being a predator. The world is full of monsters. The key is knowing where they are. Let us know in the comments which one haunts your imagination the most.